What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and this is a pretty special video. We're going to be taking a look at the last PvP reward hero, the Red Hulk. And this is all thanks to a subscriber and friend letting us play with this character early. Now, we ended up getting to play with him in a mission and also in some PvP battles. And I tried him out with a few characters that I was really interested to see how he worked with. And the first is Juggernaut. Right there you can see him gain flaring rage after getting hit, so he increases his heat by 10%. One of the key concepts for Red Hulk is managing his heat, and while I didn't get too in depth with it right here when I was using him, it could be really amazing in the future. For instance, if you gain 40% heat, he gets he's heating up, so then Red Hulk's attacks will apply burning and pyrophoric. Now if he reaches 70% heat, his attacks become fire attacks and are guaranteed to crit against burning targets. The thing is, if you push Red Hulk to 100%, he will melt down, so he releases all stored heat and deals damage to all enemies and allies, and he becomes stunned, so he will lose his next turn. Red Hulk is a really formidable hero. He has something called Bulwark, which allows him to protect. It also lowers his damage taken by 25% and drains health and stamina from attackers when he is attacked, at least by non-psychic attacks. You will also see as I use Gamma Bomb, he does tons of debuffs to the enemy team. Now in this second battle, we're fighting two bosses, so it should last a little longer. They're forcing us to use Hawkeye, unfortunately, but we're going to use Ionic Cannon and put radiation exposure on the enemies. And radiation exposure also goes with Red Hulk. So characters like Iron Patriot War Machine will also go well with Red Hulk, because with his 21 gun salute, he's able to put a lot of radiation exposure stacks on all of the opponents. Now we're going to go ahead and use Gamma Bomb, and you'll see a bunch of debuffs pop up on the opponents. I was also told that in extreme cases, it's very rare, he will grant them superpowers, which works like super heroic, and increases their stats, which is a bad thing, but I heard it's very, very rare. It is, however, a possible side effect. Red Hulk could have a bunch of potential heroes that he could team up with. Since that he's guaranteed to crit burning targets once he's at 70% heat, you could even match him with someone like Human Torch. However, I think that I like him matched with people like Juggernaut and Iron Patriot better. Juggernaut because he increases unarmed melee attack power. Iron Patriot because with moves like 21 gun salute and weapons like the Ionic Cannon, you can really nuke down your opponents with tons of stacks of radiation exposure. Also, the Red Hulk's second ability, Bunker Buster, exploits radiation, so it deals extra damage against targets with radiation exposure. And trust me, it can do some major damage. Now there we just saw Red Hulk go ahead and apply burning and pyrophoric because he was at 40% heat. Right now he's at 50% heat and climbing. In this battle we're going to go for a Meltdown, just to show you what it's like. And there you see Bulwark proc, so he gains another 10% heat because he was attacked, and he absorbs energy. Now with the agent's turn coming up, we're going to go ahead and use the Ionic Cannon once again, and we're going to apply some more radiation exposure. And you see Green Goblin has quite a few stacks already. So we're setting up that second ability of Red Hulk's. Hawkeye looks like he may take out Vulture with this rapid fire, and he definitely does. And now it's Red Hulk's turn. We're going to use his first move again, because what we want to do is we actually want to do the Meltdown. We could have hit with a really big Bunker Buster, but instead we're going to go ahead and pass with our Agent and Hawkeye, and we're going to get Red Hulk to do that Meltdown, just to see what happens. Since Red Hulk was attacked by Green Goblin, he's at 90% heat, so all we have to do is pass through our heroes, get the Red Hulk, and use his very first ability, and we'll get to a 100% heat, and we'll see that Meltdown. Alright, so we're just hoping that this Kazuri doesn't hit Green Goblin and kill him or anything. But there was no counterattack, so we didn't have to worry. We're just going to recharge, with Hawkeye and the agent, and then Hawkeye again. But let's go ahead and apply pinpoint just cause. And then we'll recharge. And now here we go, Searing Smash. So he has 213 health left, and we're going to go ahead and Meltdown right now. So there you see it did much more damage to him than it did to my team. But we did suffer some damage, and luckily we actually won the battle with it, which is pretty epic, or else Red Hulk would have been stunned. Here we're going to see the other matchup that I wanted to use, and that's Iron Patriot and Red Hulk. And after this battle, we're going to go into PvP battles. Here goes Ionic Cannon, so our first application of radiation exposure. And then on Iron Patriot's turn, he's going to add quite a few more. And I can already tell that this team is going to be kind of OP, especially on attacking, because Iron Patriot can really dish out some damage. He's going to put a lot of stacks of radiation exposure on them. This should be a really quick battle, I'm predicting. So there goes 21 gun salute, and they actually won't even make it through Iron Patriot's attacks. So we're on to the next wave already. And we are facing Sandman, so he won't die quite as fast. Let's go ahead and apply a magnetic field, and then it'll be War Machine's turn. We're going to use Overcharge, and we're going to go off with 21 gun salute at max power. Here goes 21 gun salute, and we're going to be applying 3 stacks of radiation exposure, and then Red Hulk gets to go right after, so that's pretty sweet turn order. And there is the third and final attack, and Sandman is a little over 50% or so. So now we're looking at Gamma Bomb, but what we're going to use is Bunker Buster, because it exploits radiation. So what we're going to see is how much damage this will do against a Sandman with 3 stacks. So it's a pretty good hit right there, and then he takes the radiation exposure damage, so he's really close to going out at this point. And he also takes a counterattack hit. So we're going to go ahead and use Ionic Cannon again. And that takes him down to 88 health. So we'll skip Iron Patriot there and recharge his stamina. And we'll finish it with a Gamma Bomb, which I really like that move. Just the image of Red Hulk throwing a bomb is pretty cool. So here is our first PvP battle. And it's Juggernaut and Red Hulk versus Magneto and Rescue. So a pretty popular team on defense there. I actually really like seeing this team with the Juggernaut, because he will of course break their shields. First thing we're going to do is throw the Gamma Bomb, and you'll see that it applied Halitosis and a number of other debuffs. The Halitosis one is basically funny, but they did get intimidated and a few other things, and that's really amazing. Now on my turn here, we go ahead and take a look, because I wanted to see what it said for Halitosis. So it says, keeps others away, which is pretty funny. Now we're going to use Surge of Sidorak, which increases unarmed melee damage, and then we're going to Mountain Crusher their agent, so his shield's removed. Now maybe I should have went after Rescue. I actually wasn't sure what to do in this battle, but I should have gone after Rescue for sure. And then on my agent's turn, I should have probably used the magnetic field generator, which I didn't do. Or at least I felt I should have used it earlier than what I did in this battle. And you'll see that coming up. But right now we're going to use the Bunker Buster on Rescue, and it does really nice damage to her. That is especially considering she had a shield, due to the spear. At this point, our agent's pretty low, and so is theirs. And Rescue's going to get a little bit annoying, but we see that their agent is still really close to death. So we're debating whether or not we should break that shield or not. And we decided it's too tempting to pass up, so we go ahead and use Mountain Crusher on Rescue, which applies Shield Breaker to her. And then we're kind of deciding what to do with the agent. And right here is where I should have maybe used the fill generator, and instead I go after their agent to try to finish him. Radiation exposure does finish him off though, so we're happy about that. And at this point, we wanted to use Bulwark just to try it out and see what kind of stamina we can drain and health we drain. So we got hit by a pretty good hit from Magneto. We gain our heat, and we absorb 430 health and a decent amount of stamina, I suppose. But probably not enough for them to really notice. As you can see, we're really loving using that Mountain Crusher on these opponents that rely on shields. And I've been using Juggernaut myself on my own team, and I'm just destroying teams with Rescue. And right away Magneto breaks our magnetic field, so we're going to use Gamma Bomb, and it applied Incapacitation as well as a few other debuffs. So that's pretty cool right there. Then we're going to get a second move, and we're going to go ahead and use Bunker Buster on Rescue to finish her off. So that second ability does some really good damage to opponents that have radiation exposure. Now right there, it got a little bit scary. Magneto was able to take out 2 of 3 of my characters with a Graviton well. But we have the 100% crit, 100% hit move on the Juggernaut, and that's going to finish it. Now in this last battle, we're going to use the Iron Patriot team up, and we're facing an opponent that has pretty impressive stats. He's also using Hercules, which can be pretty scary. What we decided to do was go ahead and use Magnetic Field Generator right off the bat, and I was probably overcompensating for waiting too long, in my opinion, to use it last battle. We had our shield from the spears, so I really should have waited to use it. So there goes a Gamma Bomb, and they do have a shield, so they block the damage, but they're taking quite a few debuffs. Of course Iron Man gets to call his boys, which rarely happens when you're using him, but seems to always happen when the opponent's using them. Still, we feel confident because we have the field up, and we're hoping that he breaks it so we can get some extra turns. So at least we can stack some turns early and hopefully do a lot of damage. And one of the characters that's very capable of doing that is the Iron Patriot. Now Hercules will block this first 21 gun salute, but the others will go through. That's one of the cool things about using this ability. If you use it, and let's say someone like Nightcrawler will try to ruin it by jumping in front with Noble Sacrifice, you'll still use 21 gun salute on the whole team on the additional attacks. We were considering using his first ability, Searing Smash, on Hercules. Then we look at Bunker Buster, and look at that damage leap. He does a massive amount on Hercules, and that's of course due to 4 stacks of radiation exposure. Now with Iron Patriot taking another attack already, we know we can nuke this team with a full overcharge and a 3-round burst from 21 gun salute. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Hercules stands no chance of living through this. And the other opponents should be pretty low if not dead, and the radiation exposure is going to tick them down pretty far. Hercules once again jumps in front of the first one, and then the next will hit the whole team. So there goes the second. Hercules is gone, and we'll still get to do our third. And at this point they have so many stacks of radiation exposure that their agent dies almost instantly from the radiation poison. Now it's just down to Iron Man, and we're going to go ahead and hit him with the Bruiser. Just because he's so close to death, he's not going to make it past Red Hulk's turn. And on top of that, Red Hulk is a tactician, so he will get tactical maneuvers after hitting Iron Man. So we use his first ability, and now we're going to finish it for sure with the Bunker Buster, and we're going to hit straight through his shield and kill Iron Man. So my first impressions of Red Hulk is he's a pretty awesome character, and I did enjoy using him. After I recruit him for myself and have some longer battles, I'm definitely going to learn how to manage his heat, which I believe could be the key from taking him from a really good character to a great character. I hope everyone enjoyed the early look at Red Hulk. I want to thank you for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos.